Welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that thanks button down below, super chats as well. Speaking of super chats, what a fantastic start of the stream. We have Richard Valinsky says, sending nudes. Hashtag we love this game. I love this game as well. There's so many good reasons why today. Be advised, I will get to every single comment, but we're going to probably have like 20-25 minutes of amazing news, like one right after the other, right after the other. This is probably one of the most bullish days I think we've ever had. Let's just get right to it. We'll start off with something not as bullish. Well, I guess it depends how you look at it. We were down about 1.71 today as far as OMI goes over on the BitForex, down 1.71 to 0.001206. So we are, again, that is a pretty good support line. We were only at $445,000 in volume today, so not a ton. But we did outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum down 2.9% today, and Bitcoin down 2.26%. Obviously, I'd expect something like that because the past few days were up. Ethereum was up 8% one day, 7% yesterday. Bitcoin was up 4% 2 days ago, 3% yesterday. While we remained pretty flat, so I did expect them to come down. They did. You can't just continue going up forever. You have to come down at some point, and then you accumulate, and then go from there. So this is a very, very interesting day for the markets. We did not get Apple or Amazon's numbers right until the end of the day, the trading day. So that didn't really affect the markets too much. S&P 500 was down 0.6%. The Dow was actually up 0.6%, and the Nasdaq was down 1.63%. After hours, Amazon was down like 19%. I don't even know what they are now, but like Jesus, man. So not only did we have Alphabet, we had Google yesterday, which was down because they missed earnings because YouTube revenue was down a lot. So Amazon, okay, not as bad right now. It went from negative 19% after hours to about negative 13%, which is still god awful, but not as bad as it was. Like that was awful. And then I think it was Apple that had missed earnings as well, or they made earnings, but I think the revenue from one of the iPhones just wasn't doing that well. So that was down quite a bit. It's actually up now after hours. It was down before, but it's actually up 0.5% after being down 3% on the day. It's still down, but yeah, that Amazon tech stocks just be getting destroyed. That being said, speaking of tech, Twitter will be delisted probably Friday, maybe Monday, after Elon Musk goes. This mother flapper. Elon Musk goes in because he's taking over Twitter. He's buying it probably, I think, by Friday. He goes into Twitter headquarters with a sink, like with a straight up sink. And then he just says on Twitter, let that sink in. Like, no, he didn't. No, he did. That was like the greatest thing. I think one of the greatest trolls that he's ever done. So I thought it was great. I see Milham's and I'll get to yours real quick because I guess that's one of the things I want to discuss. Hey buddy, how goes it? Brandy Babe got hosed on the Superman drop today, took her money and said it was minting, ended up they oversold and she didn't get it. Yeah, this is a big problem with she's not alone. There were at least her plus like 3 others that I know that mentioned to me personally. There's probably a whole mess of these people on Twitter. I think we did the same thing with Ultraman. I think so be advised. Obviously Veve Maxi over here. Obviously OMI Maxi over here. But when you have something like, remember, wind the clocks back a year and, we go, or even a year and a half, we couldn't even get on the app. App wouldn't load. And granted, I would have hoped that Palm and DC NFTs would go and learn from that and be like, but it was so confusing during the middle of the day. It was straight up like nobody knew where to go. No, and they were announcing things on Discord. It's like you can't just like Discord. I get it. Maybe a lot of your people are on there, but you really have to have a public announcement. You really don't want to just have it on Discord. Have it on Twitter. Have it other places. The fact that they just put that announcement on Discord, clearly a big L. But I will go and was that yesterday's? Yeah, it's yesterday's. Yeah, Multiverse Spans, DC Collectibles, Comics, by. So nobody knew exactly where to go. Even Mr. MC1 says, what a mess, logged into Palm NFT 4 hours before the drop. Still forced to queue into DC Comics 1 hour before. Comic did not show up on time. Comic buy did not work. Aftermarket purchase forced another queue of 1 hour. Not going to wait. Pass at Matt Mason. So the first of anything not only is going to be super rare and super valuable in the future. Like these things I think are pretty undervalued. So there's only 3,000 of them. But there was there's a lot of bugs. First, anything is going to have a lot of bugs, and I don't think this is going to be the same experience every single time. I'm pretty sure that things are going to get better for this platform, and drops going to continue to go more smoothly. Again, we gave Veve time, at least I did, and a lot of other people did. Said, okay, yeah, there's some bugs, and they'll work it out, and they did. The same thing is going to go on with this. Like, if in a year the same things are still happening, then no, okay, get out. But I fully expect these people to have their stuff together. Maybe not right away. It might take several months, but I'm pretty sure they'll be successful in the long run, especially with stuff like this. But yeah, Brandy Babe is not the only one to get hosed like that. A bunch of people got super excited and then super let down when they said, yeah, we oversold. Here's your $10 back, even though the floor on this was quite large. So Matt Mason did go on and say, congrats to everyone who got one. We weren't expecting 100,000 people in line. Glad everyone who got one is hyped. We're taking notes from everyone who felt they didn't have a good user experience here. Drop comments below. Ratio the crap out of this post. We are listening. So I think I like Matt. I met him, I think, once in real life. I think once or twice in Spaces, whatever. Cool guy, and he really does want the best. I don't have any of the DC Palm. I don't have a bat cowl. I don't have anything, but I do like them. Bat cowls are actually, the floors are up to like $600. While a lot of other things are going down, bat cows be going up because there's not a ton of them, and they keep getting utility. They keep getting airdrop stuff. They got airdrop a bat cow thing, a comic, a Harley Quinn comic, and they got to read the first chapter of this before everyone else got to. So there is some things to be said about that. We did have a tweet that I almost didn't even want to bring this up, but I think it needs to be addressed because I think the right thing was done afterwards. Now, obviously, people were very salty that the drop was a mess, and some people got hosed. They said there was minting for like 8 hours or 6 hours, whatever, and then they said you didn't get one. Reverend Alex G says, "Are we still a fan of the queue or nah?" Again, I think that's just a harmless joke. Like, I don't think he really did anything wrong. People were just really salty, and they were like tagging for it, so he deleted it. And then he had gone on, and in place of that, had posted a tweet just saying, where is it? He just posted a normal tweet. Says, got a bit dicey there for a bit, but happy to have landed an uncommon on the Superman comic drop. Happy for more visibility in the space. All boats rise. So again, he was kind of just making a thing saying, oh, hey, Veve's going to have a queue. Are we not a fan of that? Again, just a harmless joke. I really don't see anything wrong with that, but people were just salty and they had to attack someone and they picked him for whatever reason. But then obviously he deleted that and went on and said something a bit more positive, saying all boats rise. It wasn't an attack on anyone. It was just his sense of humor. And I'm very, very happy that he went and done that, doing the right thing. So shout out to him for that. Moving on for the rest of the news. I will be in New York City on the 15th of November. Lauren Graham is doing a signing. I love her. I could do a whole thing I could do a 30-minute presentation on Lauren Graham, everything she's done, through Gilmore Girls, through the Mighty Ducks, everything. But I will spare you my Rhodomontade, and I will keep going, just letting y'all know I'll be in New York City on that date, getting a book signed by her. We have stuff from David. We have stuff from Brock McWatchin says, hi. This is trying to get you to download a fake sandbox.exe file and hack your stuff. Stop it. It was at info.tsbeta@gmail.com. They were attempting to send you a sandbox starter kit, so you download it and they kind of like drain your wallet or whatever. So there's still a lot of stuff. Please do not keep your stuff on MetaMask. Please do not, not financial advice. I don't have anything on any exchanges on a MetaMask, all on different trust wallets, so that this way, in case, God forbid, one freezes or gets hacked or whatever, I'll still have a bunch of others. Yeah, letting you know. We have that Chucky drop tomorrow. What else we got here? Link will be added to navigation. Something that I didn't go over yesterday that David had said on a space, saying, we as a company have already started talking to the top 10 gaming companies. And that was a direct quote from David from the space yesterday. I mean, he also mentioned that there was let me see if I have it. I might have the exact quote. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, yeah.
The audience of people who just want more and more and more. We we really want more utility, and we are learning and we are developing our own utility program. For example, we recently decided, well, I kind of decided myself that the gold and silver Veve logo holders will get more. It is something that we run internally because we own that branding, and we wanted to use that exercise to show our brand partners, what we could do when we run a program. And it is still in a quite beta program ourselves, but definitely we hear more and more users, collectors out there wants more than just the NFT that they first purchase of. And obviously, there's a couple of reasons around that.
So that is David going out and saying that he wants to show the licensors that he's partnered with what people want. Obviously, you have a little bit of that with Disney. You just had an open letter to Disney, filmed by Comics and Crypto, Veve Magic, and I think someone else, basically saying, hey, here's what we want as far as utility. This is what we want. This is how you go and get more and more sales of your existing product to get that 6%. This is what we want in the future. I didn't watch the whole video, but very, very good. And they did that with the D, they did that with the Magic Lamp. They gave the D, they gave you a promo code for another drop. And there's a lot of red tape with Disney and a lot of other companies, but if you go and let's say for Chucky, like they're doing right now, they're kind of taking Universal's hand and they're saying, hey guys, we have all of this data from all of these tens of thousands of users telling us what they want. If you want this drop to be successful, here's what you do. And we have a Chucky drop, and if you get both of those, they'll take a snapshot on I think Sunday. You'll get an airdrop for people that have both. So that incentivizes people to have both. They get an airdrop. Now for me, I don't really like to ask for something for nothing, but if they're gonna give it, I might as well take it. So I was gonna go for the drop anyway. I don't know if I was gonna get both of them, but now I'm going to because I have no what's that called? Willpower, and I can't say no. So yeah, that's really good that they're doing that. And again, if he's saying this again on a public space for the Veve logo, I think the floor is pretty stupid right now. Stupid low. Yep, did that. Got sent. Okay, David. Somebody made a joke about Hello Kitty. He says, "Hi, I'm Chucky. Want to play?" with a Hello Kitty mask on, and then David was just laughing about that. We also have news from, I already read Mr. MC1. Immutable X saying $6.9 billion, everyone comment nice down below with 69, has entered Web3 gaming in the last year. Again, $6.9 billion has entered. Nearly $1 billion of that has come in the last 2 months alone. So you have over 15% in the last 2 months over the last 3 years. Or sorry, 3 years. So it's 36 months. So 1/18 of that is done very, very recently. Despite the current conditions, we know that Web3 gaming is where we will onboard the next billion users. And what is Immutable X focusing on? Web3 gaming. I strongly believe that Veve will be part of that at some point, one day. Moving on. So we do have OMI advertise on a new blockchain, BitCove. I think we've had this kind of already. It's at Bitcoin_Ireland. They had gone on and said, Akomi is a blockchain-based platform to purchase, store, and collect licensed digital collectibles. The OMI team believes digital assets are a new class that provides intellectual property owners with a new revenue resources in the digital world. Trade OMI on BitCove. I don't know if this is something that they had gone and made a deal personally, or if they just Renegade listed. We've had many over the last year Renegade list. I've done videos on them. Not those specifically, they were just in the news, and people come to me like months later, hey, did you hear that this happened? Like, yeah, I did a video on it 3 months ago. But there's so much news every day. That's why it's a good idea to watch Randy Chavez videos. Moving on. Broken Blockchain says, it's dropped like this that show that Veve Official knows their audiences who collect and are helping to take IPs by the hand and bring them over in the right way. The airdrop plus the 2 drops is really cool. Thanks to Universal Picks for finally giving us horror. Yes, agreed. I can't wait for that. Moving on here. Comics and Crypto, I think on Instagram says, did you know? Back in April of 2022, an 8.0 graded copy of Superman #1, which is what the drop was today on NFT, sold for a record of $5.3 million. There is one 8.5 graded copy on the CGC census. This is the highest known copy. We are very excited for the future of this comic in both digital and physical format. Moving on here. Okay, so we have, and this is some of the things that I am pretty bullish on. We have NZTE News, a verified Twitter account, going on and saying, "Congratulations, Veve Official, winner of the Extraordinary Growth in Emerging Business Award. Thank you, Blue Lab Official, for presenting that award." And David Yu had retweeted that saying, "Thank you, Veve Fam. Together we have done it." Thank you. Hashtag VeveFam at Veve Official. Jacob with the super chat saying, "Like and comment for the YouTube algorithm." You like and comment for Al Gore's rhythm, and that is very, very much appreciated. Hair's doing a thing today. Not 100% sure what. And then we got... so after Alex Gonzalez said, "Yeah, got a bit dicey for a bit. Happy to have landed the uncommon on Superman drop. Happy for more visibility on the space. All boats rise." Green Bean Head says, "Veve Official is a ship. DC NFT Official is a sinking paddle boat. I'll get off and swim to shore." And Alex does tweet at him saying, "I don't agree. Of course, I would have loved to have DC Comics on Veve, but we got to zoom out. It's still very early." I still do think it is possible to get DC Comics on Veve at some point. I know what you're saying, but Chavez, how? I think I'm just letting y'all know. So we're gonna need a drink of water for this next piece of news. Extraordinary Growth in Emerging Business, which Veve had won that winner, saying that Veve is an app and web platform that facilitates global trade in digital collectibles. Since launching in 2021, the app actually launched in 2020, but we'll give them that. We'll give them that typo. It has attracted a global community, selling more than 6 million, it's actually 7 million, digital collectibles in the Veve online store, and generating sales of 1.2 billion in the Veve secondary marketplace. Let me say that again. We always sold more than 7 million tokens of NFTs, and in the secondary alone, there was 1.2 billion from like user to user. That is, the 2.5%. I think it's like what, $30 million. That's 2.5%. So 1.2 billion. Oh, that's million. Billion times 0.025. Yeah, that's $30 million. That's that's 30 million. That's tens of millions of dollars just from secondary sales. And we don't have OMI burn yet. Can you imagine when a portion of that gets used to burn OMI? When we have, if you're going to buy in secondary, part of that fee will burn OMI in the background. I actually don't know if that's a thing. I'm pretty sure I heard Reese say that on one of his dozen YouTube video trips. Comment down below if he didn't say that and I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he had said that on either Spaces or one of the things that will burn OMI in the secondary. Obviously, you'll have a bunch of things in the first market, in the main market, where that's going to go and say, "Hey, we're going to buy a bunch of these tickets, whether it's bronze, gold, silver, however much you can buy, and then we're going to bet on that." And you're going to have the same thing with MCP. And if a third of those go to the OUP, that's so much money, not including the secondary. Like, this is, I could picture tens of millions of dollars of OMI burning just from the secondary in the future. Obviously not now, but that's going to be wild. Anyway, moving on. We got all right. So Boo the Cat, the Haunted Edition. Why do I really like this? Why do I really? I'll go to the Veve app and I'll give you all a taste. I'll give you all a show, because it had gone down since I made that post. But first off, what is that? First, what is that? That is a golden cat. Why do golden cats matter? There's a couple of reasons. Gold has a reputation of storage of wealth against hedge funds, inflation, alluring investors across many markets, especially Asian markets. But gold evokes power, wealth, royalty, devotion, and above all, immortality. There is a show called Crazy Rich Asians, and there's only 666 of these gold. And I get it, there's a bunch of other gold. There's Disney Golden Moments, there's a bunch of other gold things. Obviously, it has a 50th anniversary thing. But why the cat? Why the Asian cat? What's it called? Miniki, oh god, I forget what it's called. I don't have what it's called. but you have the money cat. Let me go Google Asian money cat. I think it's called Maneki Nico, and basically it represents well. Like even in India, you have people that go and when people get married, the parents of the bride, depending on how much gold they bring, will let people know their status and their wealth, and it's absolutely wild. So pretty much anything on here that's gold, especially stuff that will appeal to Asian markets, I'm very, very bullish on. So when you have it, it's only $69 now. Everyone comment nice down below the 69. It was up to $90 before, which was crazy. There's so few. There's 666 of these. There are not a lot. There are straight up super small amount. Anyway, that's it for that. We've got, dude, the recur pass was down to 0.036 ETH today, which was $56. What the fudge? I am not bullish on recur at all anymore. Like I know I kind of was in the past just because they had some good licenses, but have you seen their NFTs? I would take Hero over recur. Obviously, I would take Backhouse over recur. I would take pretty much today's drop that Palm had over recur. I'd obviously Veve over recur. I mean, can they turn it around? Sure. Obviously it's a bear market, but I would not. Give me $100,000. None of it would go to recur. I don't think any of it would go there. I hope they succeed because again, they have really good licenses, and it would really suck for the space. It's like, oh well, recur had funding from these people and had these licenses, and it still failed. How do you know yours isn't going to fail? Obviously, that's from someone that really isn't educated in the space, and they really need like a crash course on it. But yeah, feels bad, man. Feels bad. Anyway, moving on. We have one over Amazon. Okay, so here's another one. NFT Now, which has a little over 100,000 followers, verified on Twitter, 122,000, says breaking: Twitter to allow users to buy and sell NFTs via tweets. NFTs on Rarible, Magic Eden, Dapper Labs, and Jump Trade NFT will show a larger picture and more details on feed. Why is this important? Hydrate. This is important because allowing to be able to buy and sell NFTs on Twitter, I think, and I've made videos about this before, this is pure speculation. I even asked David about it before, and he said, hey, it's just a hat. I'm just a fan. I think that we have a partnership in some way with Elon Musk. And again, I asked David about this, like, hey, you have mentioned you have, you've been to SpaceX things. You have Pokemon cards that were in space on SpaceX rockets, and you have SpaceX hat that you wear a lot, and you have a SpaceX water bottle. What the fudge? And then he's like, it's really just a hat, and I'm just a fan. And I'm sure it's what he's wearing is just a hat, and I'm sure he is just a fan. Oh God, he retweets a lot of Elon Musk stuff, and just playing these dominoes out. Not saying this is pure fact. I'm just we are speculating, but playing them out. If we do have an agreement with Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is straight up going to be the owner of Twitter, which will be a private company, and we have that agreement, and he's got over 100 million followers on Twitter. Do you know what the fudge that is? That is the best type of marketing that we could get. There, maybe if you have Disney going to all their Disney Plus peeps and saying, hey, buy this NFT, download this app, or if on an earnings call Disney Plus saying, yeah, we added OMI to our balance sheet. Maybe but God, Elon, like, there are people that like Disney. There are people that I feel like a lot of people that like Disney. They buy it and they live it and they go to the parks. I don't know how many people actually invest and have Disney stock. I don't think it's a lot of them. I think there's a bunch of people that will invest or buy Disney things, Christmas ornaments, holiday cards. They'll buy shirts. They'll buy the movies. They'll buy the merch. They'll go see the movies. They'll spend time at the park. I know many people that do that. I don't know how many of those people actually have Disney stock. The people that follow Elon, they They literally bought a perfume that smells like burnt hair. They bought a flamethrower that's labeled not a flamethrower, where Elon says, don't buy this. I myself have a couple of cases, or a couple of boxes, not cases, a couple of Tesla Tequila. I didn't need a Tesla Tequila. I have multiple. I drank multiple. I have 2 left. I should probably sell those. I need to get some more OMI. If that partnership exists and Elon is the sole owner of that soon-to-be private company, where you could send one tweet. Jesus, remember how everyone was a friend of Tom from MySpace? What if Elon May said, "Hey, if you want to join Twitter, have to follow me"? Like, what if it's just automatic, and he suddenly has like 200 million people following him, and they all say like, "Hey, look at this." Again, his core followers, he jumps. They say, "How high?" I put most of my funds into Tesla when I was younger in 2020 when things were going down, because I was like, one, it was undervalued already, and then two, like, it was going down. Like, this is stupid, this is dumb, and everyone's saying like, oh, he's crazy, oh, he's bipolar, oh, the cars go on fire, because they didn't look deep into it. And then I found that this community of people, many would still follow me after I did a bunch of videos on them and stuff, which I still do kind of give updates. If that happens, that is probably the single most bullish thing of advertising that I think we could get, like the most bullish. So that's that piece of news that I really hope hits. I really hope. Again, it's very possible that there is 0 interactions with him. It's very possible that Elon Musk has no idea who Veve is or David is, but I would bet a few chips on that. That's just what I'm saying. Moving on here. Yep, we got that. Veve Halloween is coming. Halloween costume contest. I'm going to enter, and I'm going to win, and I'm going to run around saying, I win. Comment down below if you know that reference. Speaking of Tesla, Powerwall powered 44,000 homes in Puerto Rico for an average of 5 days while the grid was down. Huzzah to that. And then you do have Kelly the Veve Fox going over a video with wallets today. I won't explain too much of it, but it just shows the collection size. Well, the really bullish thing I has it, the collection size of people that have not been active in several months or even this year. Maxwell with a $2 super chat saying, cheers, mofos. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. Means the world. You have people that have not been active this year at all. The last time they were active was December of 2012. That have 60. Okay, so it's 115, 121, 122, 121,000 wallets. Or no, I'm sorry. Wallets with 121,000 collectibles in them have not been active at all this year. That's 121,000 collectibles. Then there's people that have not been active since January of this year. That's another 50, 75. Oh god, like 79,000. So you're looking at a little bit over 125. So it's so you're looking at about 190-ish thousand, and then you're looking at actually it's like 200,000, and then people that have not been active since February of this year. So we have 200,000 collectibles already. There's 103, so that's 303 plus 20.5, so that's 123.8. So that's one plus another 44, 9.8, 133.8. So there's 133,000. I'm sorry, 333,000 collectibles in wallets of people that have not been active since February. That is a ton of collectibles that have not, where the wallets aren't active. Very, 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 very bullish on that. Again, she goes into a much deeper analysis on it. Go watch her video. She is probably the most undervalued channel, I think, that covers Veve. Brock from Blockchain tweets, it's important for you to remember tomorrow is the Feesh's Town Hall. I'll be sharing something about year 2, something new, something that just seems to be in these Feesh's DNA. You're not going to want to miss that. The lore, the aquarium, the game, so much more to come. Hope you can make it. 10:30 a.m. on Spaces. I think that's Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be before the drop, so yeah, I definitely go and see that. And then we do have Twitter Dev, which has a little over 500,000. It's about 550,000 followers. Also reiterating that some links on NFTs on Rarible, Magic Eden, Dapper Labs, and NoTrader, just saying that there's going to be NFT tiles. It's going to be insane. And I just saw that comment. Her channel name is. I wanna know. I think it's just Veve Fox. Yeah, it's just Veve Fox. She's at Rootless Girl over on Twitter, Veve Fox, over on the YouTube. But speaking of YouTube and stuff, as I'm going to get to the comments, I am sorry, 30 minutes later. If everyone can go and smash that like button, it's a free way to help support the channel. That'd be super great. So I'm going to go, and I realize it's been 20 minutes. We're gonna go and I'm gonna get to the comments here 30 minutes later. I'm so sorry. We got Dylan saying, "One, what up?" And Dan Marquez saying, "Hey Randy, I know Veve and Veve Fam is the best." Yes, we are. Water is so good. Like, y'all have no idea. I mean, of course you all know, but Darth Chaos says, "Hello there." General Darth Chaos. Ryan Merrick says, "Hey Randy, what's your opinion on all the drops not selling out? I think it's finally good that we're having a little bit of a store for new people to come in, and they don't have to pay such crazy outrageous prices on there, or now they have the option, because some drops go a bit below retail. So you could say, hey, I could get one on the secondary that's had 1 or 2 owners, or I can get a brand new one, and that'd be retail, or you can get a discount for someone that's been through the few owners. I mean, again, a lot of people I feel like would want to get one that is just their own, but they have that option. So I'm pretty pumped for it. Richard Valinsky says, "Sending nudes. Hashtag we love this game." Thank you so much for the super chat, Richard Valinsky. That means the world. VV Wheel says, "We the best. Congratulations, David, you and Dan and the whole team. Step by step, we grow and walk together." Agreed 100%. VV Omi says, "Well, hello there." General VV Omi. Oh God, please don't. I hope that doesn't become a thing and I have to do that like forever. Unknown VVOG Whale says, "Hello." Why, hello, Unknown VVOG Whale. How are you doing? PlanetVampire.com says, "I wonder when we'll get the next burn event for unsold collectibles in the store. It was hinted at several weeks ago. If it happened now, there would be only 840 Star Wars sites in existence." I don't know when it's gonna happen. It's gonna be good though. It's gonna be good. Bill Gardner says, "What up, everyone?" Yo, what up, Bill? Bill Gardner. Vicente Luna. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Don Sparkle NOT says, "Veveverse demo will kickstart the MP." Veveverse, I mean, it might make, yeah. I can't wait. What is that, like 4 weeks away? Let's take a look, see. Okay. Going to the calendar. Where are we here? So 20, wow, 20, almost the end of October. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's only 3 weeks away. And actually, only 2-ish weeks away until Veterans Day. I'm going to get so fat. That's going to be so great. Super can't wait. I understand that 100%. I'm not even involved. Oh God, involved with them. Ha 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 ha. I feel like every now and sometimes I laugh when I say, sometimes I really do laugh when I say ha ha ha, but sometimes not. Milham says, "Hey buddy, how it goes?" What's up, Milham? Yeah, I saw this comment before. I know Brandy was super excited to get one, and then she didn't get one. And I did address that before earlier in the video. If you weren't here, they just oversold, and they had to kick people out, be like, "Hey, we'll give your $10 back." Yeah, it sucks. It sucks real bad, but they refunded you. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Hopefully these just get better as time goes on. We'll see. Bill Garner says, "Let that sink in. Would have been better if he walked in with Trump and Alex." Oh, that would have been great. He bought Kanye West back, although Kanye decided to go and I don't know what his actual quote was. Apparently it was anti-Semitic, or anti-Semitic people were rallying around that quote, and it's like, oh man, this is like the first thing that you do when you're back on Twitter should not be to like spout hate. And again, I don't know if it was. I don't know exactly what that quote was. I just know he lost a lot of brand deals and lost a lot of whatever. I'm pretty sure it was on the Lex Friedman podcast. Not that Lex would really tolerate that. So again, I don't exactly know what happened. I didn't hear the quote. I really don't like censorship, but I just Kanye, wait. Well, you got to do this. You're trying to advertise your ecosystem, and then I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, I hope he reinstates Trump. But I think Kanye and Trump might be on Parler. They might do their own thing. I don't know what they're gonna do as far as social media is concerned. We'll see about it. NFT Heroes, did you get the Superman drop? I did not. You said I got one, a rare, pretty easily, and it was available for a long. Yeah, it didn't sell out for like the first 20 minutes, but it was like a mess. People were in the queue and they got kicked out of the queue, and then yeah, it was a mess. But again, it'll get better. Bill Gardner says, yeah, I decided not to go for Superman drop because of bots, bugs, and I'm already set up on best platform. Why scatter for crumbs when I mean, this is a historic drop though. This is one of the most valuable comics in the world, if not the most. Yeah. Empty Heroes is at least 5 minutes. No, I think maybe there were like rebounds or whatever, but it was available for like 20 minutes. A good time. G Flows, I got a common Superman. Do you have any price predictions? I don't. I don't even know what I think the floor for like the legendary one, the like 9.8, the 5%. I think that was at like 5K. I think that should be much higher because there's not a lot of those at all. But again, a lot of the people that got it are from the Veve fam, and we're kind of already spent. A lot of the people that went for that drop is from the Veve fam. Yes, you can make the argument, well, it's actually a lot of Bat Cows people. Okay, how much of the Bat Cows people are Veve fam? Well, a lot of us. There's a lot of stuff happening, and we are pretty much out of money. At least I am, almost. Fiat money. Got a lot of crypto. We got not about saying Bat Cows are kicking, but forgot to buy one. It's rough. Crazy Dan 420, the Superman drop on Palm was, you said it was trash. I mean, the drop was apparently people did not have a good experience, but the actual item, pretty fire, in my opinion. Booth says, Randy, what's good? Yo, what up, Booth? How you doing, fam? And Marquez says, hey, Booth. Lagarde says, is that spelled utility? I think it is. I think it is spelled utility. I'm just throwing that out there. Justin says, is MetaMask actually weak, or is it only the OpenSea peeps clicking on links that are getting hacked? It's probably a bit of both. I mean, there are people that are probably new to it. I don't know why I would keep it on anything. I don't think there's any reason to keep it on it. Put it in a ledger, put it in a trust wallet, put it in NFTs, put in something that is not there. I mean, maybe I'm a boomer and I don't trust it because I like having, my own things. Or if it's Veve, I don't mind having it on Veve because, it's a closed system. They have the keys to it. That's fine. Now, but it says all Veve drops this week sold out in a second. Nobody's doing that in the bear market. That's another good point. Granted, the mints were pretty low, but yeah, you're right. They're selling out really, really quickly. And the drops have been fire. They just actually announced a season 2 of the villains. How first we had Jafar, we had the Queen of Hearts, we had the Queen. And then Ursula, we're getting another one. And I don't know if it's Cruella de Vil or not. Let's go to the Veve here real quick. Going to Hookie now. The Fudge. Ah, yes. It doesn't say what it is, just a series 2. And on there we had Veve Magic. Or Veve Fanbab even has a thing. It says I want Cruella. I just saw that. But Veve Magic had I think she posted it. Where is she at? Girl, tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Where to go? She had a cosplay of Cruella, and I was like, whoa, this is really good. I don't actually see where it is though. Oh, maybe she deleted it. I don't know. Oh no, here it is. Outfit was extra appropriate today, given the drop announcement. Hide your puppies at me, Cruella, at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and that was pretty good. I don't. Where'd she get the coat? The spotted coat that was supposed to be made of Dalmatians. Yeah, I'm sure she'll enter that costume contest. I have many costumes, whether it be from Bane, whether it be from Deadpool, Brown Wolverine, King Vegeta. I throw a lot of stuff on there. There actually was just another announcement. I think it was from Veve, saying ending soon. Mark Brooks Art's one-of-one cover art silent auction for Marvel's Amazing Spider-Man number 49. Oh, this is so cool. This is really dope. Look at this one-of-one. Look at that epicness. Dr. Prophet has been getting a lot of these. I think he has 3 or 4 of them. My friend Ernie has one of those. He's got the Gary Baseman one. They're dope. They go for a lot. They go for a lot of money, and they should. They're literally one of ones. Now where were we? Bill Gardner, tell me to dab. Jaco says, "Hey Randy, hi Jaco. Thank you for the super chat. Saying like and comment for your YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much." Aaron saying Superman comic drop was a mess today. Funny how a lot of new users don't even remember those days on Veve. Yeah, and that'll happen. And I don't expect it to be absolutely flawless the next drop, but I do expect it getting better in increments. Comment down below if you think I'm wrong. Dana Marquez says, "Comment. I skipped the DC drop." Same. NFT Hero says, "At Aaron, it was not a mess for me, and a lot of Batcow's owners minted it, so overall good for the project." Yeah, I think there's an overall positive step. I think that when more people find out about Batcows, a lot of them will rush in. It's not just a random NFT project that only had 10,000. Although, it was supposed to have a couple 100,000. They're like, we expect to sell out. Like, yeah, it's selling out. But they do have like 12,000 of them. And it is of a good IP, and it does have some good utility. So I am pretty sure that will, I don't know if it'll blow up, but I expect that to go up and continue to be successful. We got Don Gwynn saying, "You gonna watch Reese on Blake and Chad's Collect and Connect YouTube channel premiering at 5? Can someone send me the link for that? Someone send me the link for that. Don. Ernie Malaz say, "Gotta go, dinner time. Cheers." Oh, cheers, mate. Ernie was just talking about you. All good things. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. I'll see you next month. Meow, meow, meow. I texted you. Yeah. So I'll let you guys know what I texted him. He do be a whale though. It was basically what I had read before about the extraordinary growth in emerging business, saying that, let me make that a little extra dark, saying that they had generated 1.2 billion in sales in the secondary. And what I texted them after that, I did a little research and said that Veve is probably in the top 10 companies in the world to reach this milestone in the time frame that they did. I actually messaged that to a bunch of whales today. I'm pretty sure they're making fun of me in the background. Moving on. Where was I? Yep, YouTube algorithm. Okay. Yeah, so Don Gwynn messaged me, or somebody messaged me the link to the channel where Reese is going to be on today, apparently. Booth says, "Danielson, what's good, bro?" Dan Marquez's comment, "Booth, nothing, bro, chillin', dad stuff, and listen to the legend, the real Randy Chavez, quick." Thank you so much. Real quick. Empty Hero says, "Recur is trash. Maybe the TMNT drug can save them. However, TMNT is already on wax, so not looking good. Wax is trash." And I say that having the first appearance of me on the blockchain is on wax. Earth 2 had a deal where we have official Earth 2 trading cards. I am on them. And wax is just not good. Earth 2, a lot of their stuff is going to be on Polygon, but the first official ones were on wax. But Recur is, I don't want to say, it's just that they're having a rough go at it. They had good licenses, and I don't know how many of them will leave. If I were any of their licensors, I would, how sometimes in baseball, you'll go and you'll say, "Hey, we've had this guy for 7 years, paying him $10 million a year, and he's only 5 years into his contract." And they don't want to continue paying him. They want to get another position. They'll trade him or let him go for someone else and be like, "Hey, we'll continue paying his salary so that we can fill another position." There are people that pay, there are teams that pay for other players to not play on their team, to play against them. So if I'm a licensor on Recur, let's say if I'm Nickelodeon, I would say, "Listen, you guys are straight up not doing what everyone else is doing. There's no utilities with these. You don't have a big audience. We should have gone with either, Palm, or we should have gone with Veve. Most likely with Veve, because I would say everything on that comic, if that were on Veve, that would be 5 figures easy. I think it's 5,000 now for the floor. On Veve, that'd be 5 figures, no problem, no questions asked, because of how scarce and how powerful it is. Now, when you have something like a licensor, let's say Nickelodeon, I would 100% go and say, "Okay, go where the money is. If you want to make the most money, Veve is where you have the most people to do that for." So yeah, I would say definitely that. Now, where was I? Aaron says NFT Hero is a mess for tons of people. No one knew where to click. No details about the drop were given. People were kicked to the back of the queue after entering an hour before. Bad drop all around. Yeah, it's a learning experience. They'll get better. Then Marquez's comment: I'm very bullish on Veve over everything, but always good to diversify, Randy. LOL, but I'm focusing on Veve from now on. Yeah, same here. Then Marquez says, oh no, typo. Don Good says, I'm with you with Elon and David connection. I am too. Then Marquez's comment, LOL, maybe, but don't think so. Cosmo said, what award? I read that before a couple times. Then Marquez's comment, I tweet and retweet Randy's stuff, but we don't know each other in real life. One day, we shall. Empty Hero says, at Aaron not knowing where to click helps stop the bots. I understand your points, though. That's true. That is a good point. Bots won't know where to click. Maxwell, thank you for the $2 super chat. It says, cheers, mofos. Cheers to you, mate. Where was it? Danny Marquez's comment, I hope not because I don't follow him / Elon, but would if he was into Veve. I think he knows what we're building here. Carlos Castro says, what's her channel name? That was Kelly the Veve Fox. Smarty Pan says, I bought the Black Death Creeper, mint number 169. On our view, Randy LMAO. Hey. Oh. Good times. Erica Nelson says, can you shill the new Superman, bro? It's a biggie. So I just said, if that was on Veve, that'd be $10,000. When they have crypto pay-in, or that's interoperable where you can have that for crypto, that will go hard. That will double and triple, and yeah, that'll go really, really hard. It should. Like that's historic. That's a historic comic. And there's so few of them. That being said, if I had 5K right now, would I get that comic in that legendary status at a graded 9.8, whatever? Or would I get 4.5 million OMI? I'd get 4.5 million OMI. Why? That comic will be tens of thousands of dollars. It might even be 100K in the future. At least the NFT comic, that particular legendary status one. OMI, that will be millions of dollars in the future. Yeah, there's no question. But that's just my opinion. It's not financial advice. It's just what I think. Alex in Crypto says, hey Randy, how's it going? Which was your favorite drop this week? So the cat one was, I mean, I'd meow at people all the time. And I got a, half gold dog statue. Or it's more like splashes of gold on like a, anyway. Yeah, like that. So yeah, I think the gold cat one was cool. And Marquez's comment, I always hit the like button. First thing I do, 100%. Thank you for always sharing great info. Thank you for being here. That's, I do it for y'all. We got Semis saying check DM after the stream. Semis, who is verified on Twitter, is looking. Yeah, I can't. If I had 5K, I'd buy more OMI. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I don't need to be verified on Twitter right now. That Alex in Crypto says, at Danny Marquez, thanks for a reminder. I sometimes forget, completely unintentionally liking this video right now. Thanks, boys. Dylan says, what's with the new exchanges and the award they won in New Zealand? So I did go over that a couple of times. But again, that new exchange, that's something we might have had already. I do cover every new exchange that we get, but sometimes it's like Akomi won't acknowledge it until like weeks or months later. And then I'm like, oh, hey, I did a video about this X amount of months ago. Can't even find the video because it wasn't even in the title because there were other things that were happening that day. But if you watch my videos, then you would have seen it. But I don't know if these are one of those. But more to come. Mustafa Mahmoud says, I hope David announced Crazy Utility for the gold silver logo. They will. They'll probably announce it at DesignerCon. So I think we have Granola Warfare that has his on for like 3,300 right now. That's oh god. If I get a windfall of like 100,000, I'd probably, I don't know if I'd sweep the floor. No, yeah, he's got it on here for $3,200. Dashy, y'all got 5K? I mean, 5K, I'd buy more on me. But if you got 5K in the app, Dashy, buy this Veve logo. Dashy, buy it right now. Right now. Because, yeah, there's not a ton that they have left to give out, and not a ton left to be redeemed. And this will go crazy. Let's go insane. And Marquez says, comment, no worries, Alex Crypto. I forget sometimes too, but try my best. Important thing is to hit it. Thanks for the thumbs up. Cheers, mate. JKLXRP says, I don't understand why common on Superman is 8.5, but uncommon is 2.0. I don't know why either. I don't know why they did that. The grading is interesting, but yeah, it's. I feel like it makes people not want to buy the uncommon, but honestly, there's so few of them. I don't think it really matters. I think it's just okay. Get one because eventually there'll be a lot. I think. Alex in Crypto says, I don't get all the heat between project communities. I'm invested in all of them, and I like them all. My opinion there is at least 50% of the Veve fam in each of these projects. Yeah, like I said, a rising tide raises all ships. I would very much like to see everyone succeed. Backhouse obviously already succeeding. Heroes got on the brink, and Recur is not. But I do think that eventually at some point, because let's say Recur, explodes, and they go away. Well, where are those licensors going to go? They're probably going to want to go to Veve. That being said, I do see Veve in the future, and I don't know if I've even talked about this with David. I'll bring it up in our lunch next month, but I think that in the future the government might see Veve as a monopoly, and I do think that Veve might have to take a page out of like Microsoft and what they're doing, kind of what they did like with Apple, and to basically prop them up and basically saying, hey, why would they prop up their competition? Same exact thing happened. The government I think Bill Gates took the government to court like 5 different times, saying, no, we are not a monopoly because XYZ. And eventually the government's like he literally outspent the government. And the government's like, okay, just give it to him. Why? Because he went and he propped up. Apple was a failing company. So Bill Gates had to go and be like, yeah, we're going to invest a bunch of money in them. And, they're going to, why? Because that's how, not because Bill is a nice guy, although I think he does try. I don't know if he's successful, but I think he tries. They did that so that they wouldn't be considered a monopoly. I think at some point Veve is going to have to prop up the competition. Maybe they buy Hero, maybe they buy Recur, maybe they buy something else. Like they will have to do something, or at least invest in them. Say like, no. See, look, we're propping up our competition. I bet you that happens. Probably next day. This is going to be such a huge boom. It might even have to happen before the end of the decade. They're going to have so much money. They're going to be so flush with cash. That might actually have to happen. That's probably a really good thing to bring to their attention. I don't know if it's on their radar right now because it's not going to happen in the next year or two. But probably before the end of the decade, you might see that. J Kills, the uncommon 2.0 somehow worth more than the common 8.5. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I haven't really seen much of the marketplace. Jerry Klaus, the DC drop after Joe. Again, it's their first drop, and it's also a really good thing to have long term, in my opinion. Be advised, I don't have the drop. I didn't go for the drop, but it is a really good thing to have. I think that's a grail. It just kind of messed up on the drop a bit. Realist says, so what do you think about the drop tomorrow? Pumped. I'm gonna go for it. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of mints of those. So I don't even know if it'll sell out, but I'm gonna get both because I want that airdrop. So that's why. All right, Moss, thank you so much for the super chats. I gotta go. Dinner time. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Victor Siri says, can see you. Who can see me? Who sees me? Yeah. Patrick Crovo says, I have not migrated my OMI. Is it too late, or what's the best move to get that done at this point? There's 2 things that you can do. You can migrate your tokens, but it's so much easier to send it to Bit4x. I think you could still send it to Bit4x as GoChain OMI, and then there's an option to just withdraw as an ERC20 OMI. Now, be advised, you do have to pay some gas fees on the ERC20 side when you do that. So I'm just letting you know. Derek Klaus says, maybe you think it's funny and okay that people lost hundreds and thousands. Of what? Like on what? Like on the drop? Like you don't lose that on the drop. JKillXRP says DC Comics have original ads in them. Dude, that's so cool. So it seems to be more original to physical. Yeah, I like that they have the ads because you get to see what's there. Like, not everybody, but there's a good amount of people that like getting VHS tapes and seeing what's on them. Not really what they have taped, but to see the commercials that were on there. What were the commercials like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30, 40 years ago? Although 40, no, probably not, but 30 years ago you had that. I think 40 you had like Beta, you had like Beta Max or something like that. Um, yeah, it's pretty exciting. So I like seeing those ads. I think that's really cool that they did that. Dylan says, "Lol, Cavell's video titles. What did Cavell? I don't even know. Do I even care? I mean, I'm curious. His video. He's so good at Twitter. He's so good at YouTube. Cavell Anderson. Let's see where he's at. His videos have been titled "Veve loses football license to quit." David D speaks about the future of Veve. Okay, that's a good one. Veve Mega Whale, 1 billion OMI tokens. First appearance, Chucky. Okay, no, I don't think these are really bad. Veve investors will lose money because of this. Okay, that's probably a little bad. David, you lose more view. Yeah, no. Again, he's just he's very good at Twitter and YouTube. Like he's probably someone that he gets people to watch, and that's what you want. And he makes his living out of this. Can now choose your YouTube handle. I have my YouTube handle. What the fudge? All right, so we got a couple of tweets here. We got Mr. MC1 saying, "Hi, Matt Mason, Palm, and DC NFT official. This is done, but looking ahead constructively. The instructions were confusing/wrong. The drop did not happen in the DC marketplace. Further, the message said, 'See you in the marketplace.' It was on the homepage, right?" Yeah. The further first come first serve was not clear. Was it to log in to the site or first to click on the buy now? If a queue, was it a random selection from the queue or first 3,000? Actually, still not sure, since many people minted 5 minutes later despite 100,000 on the site. These are good questions. Matt Mason does respond, though, saying, "You're right. Going to run through this with the marketing team. New type of drop for us. First time, and 97,000 people were missing out. Bound to be issues. Appreciate the feedback. Team is listening and acting on this, so they are addressing it." Yeah. People are not really happy that they're putting their oldest IP with such little supply as a test subject, but I mean, this did build up a lot of hype. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. We got Jeremiah Aoyang going and tweeting. Ever since we announced the ability to, or Bitsky says, "Ever since we announced the ability to watch wallets, we've been snooping a lot. Here's what we've got our eyes on this week." And Jiaoyang.eth is one of them. So shout out to him for that. And he's saying, "I feel seen." Congrats, brother. So Bitsky only has 15,000 followers, but either way, Jeremiah Aoyang feels seen. Good for him. What we got here? Legacy of Bermuda say, "What's up, fam? What up, Legacy? How you doing, fam? Glad to get you on the stream last week." Cesar Delgado says, "If you had some cash on the side, would you put it in Veve or DC?" I'd put it in OMI, but if I had to pick between the two, that DC drop is really undervalued. But so is a lot of OMI stuff. And OMI's going to have, so is a lot of Veve stuff. And Veve's probably going to have a bigger audience. But when you have crypto pay-in, it doesn't really matter that much. I'll stick with what I know and I'll support Veve. But if somebody says, "Hey, I only have a couple grand, I'm just going to put it into this particular card, this particular token on Palm," and be like, "Okay." I mean, it only has one thing on there right now, but that is really, really good. So I wouldn't hold it against them. But me personally, I would just do Veve. But that's just what I would do. I don't know what your financial situation is. Daniel Marquez's comment, "Yo, Legacy Bermuda was good, 100. And Tahir says, "Randy does speak facts, though. If that Superman 1 dropped on Veve, floor would be 5 figures. Easy. Jerry Klaus says, "Veve as Monopoly, LOL." Yeah, I mean, we're going to have all the IP. There's no thing that can compete. Veve Zombie says, Yo, what up, fam? Willow Kid says, "What's up, Randy? Got a vault worth 8K right now. Should I sell it, go all in on OMI?" Depends where your priorities lie. I don't give financial advice, but, try happiness. I don't get joy out of buying OMI. I mean, I get a little excited because I know that every single OMI I buy is going to go up by 10x in the future. If I let it, I mean, I could sell before that. I could sell it 4x or 5x, whatever. But I get like that cat that I purchased, joy out of it. That Camille Rose artwork, joy out of it. I get joy out of looking at the Year of the Rat stamps out of my alligator Lokis. It's fun. They're cute. You know, that oh, it doesn't give me joy. But again, do I think that Camille Rose is going to 10x by next year? No. Do I think that cat's going to 10x? Oh, that cat. Probably not. But most things that you buy on Veve, even if they do 10x and 20 or 50x, they're not going to 100x like what OMI will do in the next bull run. Just my opinion. Obviously, not financial advice. But X-Idol says, "Hey Randy, coming back into the Veve space. If you have old OMI, can you still send it to Veve to convert?" No, don't no. If you do that, that will not work out. You would have to, if you have the OMI from GoChain, you have to go and send it to Bit4x first, or you have to bridge it and convert it to an ERC20 OMI, and then you have to bridge it from a layer 2 or from layer 1 to layer 2. Then you have to go and, so you can do that. It is very confusing. There will be classes on that in the future. People say like, "Hey, here's what you do. You did this step. Cool. Now go to this step. Now do this step." There will be classes on that. I promise you. Oh, my Qui-Gon Jinn, you Anakin Skywalker, saying, "You will become a Jedi." I promise you. There will be classes on that. If GoChain collapses, then everyone's screwed. But yeah. Their classes probably might. I don't know what that means. Pablo Stanomarovich. Happy birthday, my friend. It's Pablo's birthday, and he says, "My dude, Rowan Chavez, I have another acting gig for you, my guy. Let's go. Speaking role, possibly. Shoot me a message. Be advised. I want to do that so bad. Let me know. Let me know what it is. And happy birthday, by the way. Pablo says, "Love when I catch Rowan Chavez live, like hitting the jackpot. Because of you, I bought so much more OMI. Good, buddy." OMI Panda says, "Evening, Dashi, Randy, and family." Good evening, OMI Panda. How are you, senor? Jay Klaus, DC cost a lot of people money. How did they cost a lot of people money? Like, it's $10. Like, it is $10, and not one of them is going under $10. DC did not cost people money today. If you're talking about in general, like some of the, maybe if you invest in some of the movies and they shelve the movies, sure. But that's not a lot of people. That's very few people. Crypto Kings, I feel DC Comics and Veve both missed a huge opportunity to work together. I still think DC Comics can come to Veve at some point in the future, but yeah, it would have been good if they went with Veve. Pablo Sanmero says, "On my other device and logged in an old account, just getting ready." Pablo says, "I found out everything. The guy that worked for Marvel got canned and took over DC. How crazy that? Oh, James Gunn. Yeah. I mean, he got canned for one of the Guardians movie, then he came back for the other one. Which was not right. Like, he got canceled because of a tweet he sent 10 years ago. It's like, dude, come on. But yeah, so also, I don't know how I feel about them having two CEOs. Make one CEO and make one COO. I love James Gunn. I don't know who the other person is. They're probably going to hate each other in 3 years. They're gonna, yeah. I just don't see that working out too well. Hedwig King says, "You talking about Jim Lee?" No, I wasn't talking about Jim Lee. Legacy Bermuda says, "Got rare #1 Superman." Nice. Darth Chaos says, "He didn't get canned and go to DC. He got rehired and has done the short of Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He also did Peacemaker. You can work for both companies. You can, but yeah, when Disney went to go and cancel, he did get fired at one point. And it wasn't like anything that he did like a bad job with the movies. It was just that he, that's why Guardians 2, I think, took so long, is because he was getting canceled and Disney didn't want to associate it. It was so dumb. But eventually he did come back. Eric Nelson says, "Randy, do you think Veve will burn all the unsold stuff?" Hang on. I did ask Alex this when it came to the Thor posters, because a lot of those Thor posters were unredeemed. There's supposed to be 1,000 of them, and only 534 were redeemed. I was like, what happens to the other ones? And he's like, well, either they get burned or they get sent back to Marvel. And if they get sent back to Marvel, I don't know what happens to them. But yeah, so it's very, very possible that they get burned. I'm gonna hit Pavle up on the Instagram. On a city street, on the boulevard of broken dreams. Say happy birthday, by the way. Moving on here. Okay, it says, yeah, it was some stupid tweet. It was dumb. Why? Why? I don't understand. I mean, I understand the reason. It was a stupid heckin' reason. But, I understand. Homie Panda says, does Dashi look like Gary Gensler? No. No. Dashi, no, absolutely not. Okay, Elon Musk says, or no, he tweets out, Dear Twitter advertisers, I wanted to reach out personally to share my motivation in acquiring Twitter. There's been much speculation about why I bought Twitter and what I think about advertising. Most of it has been wrong. The reason I acquired Twitter is because it is important to the future of civilization to have a common digital town square where a wide range of beliefs can be debated in a healthy manner without resorting to violence. There's currently great danger in that social media. There is currently great danger that social media will splinter into far right-wing and far left-wing echo chambers that generate more hate and divide our society. In the relentless pursuit of clicks, much of traditional media has fueled and catered to those polarized extremes, as they believe that is what brings in the money, but in doing so, the opportunity for dialogue is lost. That is why I bought Twitter. I didn't do it because it would be easy. I didn't do it to make more money. I did it to try and help humanity, whom I love. And I do so with humility, recognizing that failure in pursuing this goal, despite our best efforts, is a very real possibility. Let me read that line again. And I'll try to read it in his voice. I do so with humility, recognize that failure in pursuing this goal, despite our best efforts, is a very real possibility. Fudge, that's insane. That said, Twitter obviously cannot become a free-for-all hellscape where anything can be said with no consequences. In addition to adhering to the laws of the land, our platform must be warm and welcoming to all, where you can choose your desired experience according to your preferences, just as you can choose, for example, to see movies or play video games ranging from all ages to mature. I also very much believe that advertising, when done right, can delight, entertain, and inform you. It can show you a service or product or medical treatment that you never knew existed, but is right for you. For this to be true, it is essential to show Twitter users advertising that is as relevant as possible to their needs. Low relevancy ads are spam, but high relevant ads are actually content. Fundamentally, Twitter aspires to be the most respected advertising platform in the world that strengthens your brand and grows your enterprise. To everyone who has partnered with us, I thank you. Let us build something extraordinary together. Wow. Julie Borowski tweets, dialogue don't pay the bills. Trust me on this. It can if you... well, she has a family. It can if you monetize it. I mean, a dialogue, that's what I'm doing. I pay my bills at YouTube. Love to get her on the podcast. We've been friends for a while, but she's quite busy. Moving on. Brandy Babe says, to say I'm upset by the Superman drop would be a massive understatement, especially from the email they sent. I made my purchase long before most got theirs. I was seriously so excited. Brandy Babe, I'm gonna give you a hug. Yeah, you are not the only one. It sucks. I wish there would be a counter. Maybe there was a counter, but it was just bugged, and I don't know how many of those emails I had to send, but I did get like 4 of those people that said like, hey, this is what I got. I was like, damn, that sucks. It just takes Alice Father not alone. Hopefully it doesn't happen to anyone else. I wish you better luck on the next drop. Brian Wall says, hi, Randy. Meow. Pablo says, Dashi is beautiful. Hey, if you could send one email to Elon, what would you say? Ooh. Well, I'm guessing one that he would read. There's a lot of important... I don't know if he has plans for this. I'd imagine he would. I know that him and Bill Gates do not like each other. Well, I guess you don't need Bill Gates for that, because there's a... My plan, my idea, was to say that, okay, if you have... Map out, give me a blueprint, give me a schematic of all the areas that Bill Gates had been sending vaccines where a lot of those people, especially in Africa, are immunized. So they're immunized from a lot of diseases. Then I would say I would have Elon Musk build solar panels, a bunch of solar panels, and with a bunch of batteries, a bunch of storage units in those areas. And then okay, so now they're immunized and they have energy. and then I would try to help to build wells or just get some wells there with some sanitation stations, so that they would go and they're immunized, they have clean energy, and they have water. They have fresh water, and then these people can start to focus on science and technology and engineering and maths. The STEM fields. Um, and then even if 80% of that population squanders that opportunity, from 90%, 10% will not, and that will give rise to dozens of more geniuses, because like there's a untapped brain market in a lot of the world that just don't have the tool, because they're focused on trying to find rats to kill so they could eat, so they could stop boiling leaves into paste and eating that. Like that, if we had another 5 Elon Musks in the world, like, do you know what could happen? So I could send if I could send an email to Elon that he would read, it would have to do with trying to uplift some of those people out of poverty so they could focus on, what did Rick say? Rise above, Morty. Focus on science. And do that. That would benefit humanity more than anything that I ever could, because even if I stopped doing this and I became an engineer, and maybe I could contribute to, like, there's already enough smart people much smarter than me, that could do a lot of these things. Coding. I mean, God, coding that software. I mean, if you put the Neuralink in the brain and then you have, okay, well, there's a disease. Well, you could just code it so the disease goes away. You code, like, it's coding. Oh God, enough coding, you could probably turn a human into like a butterfly. So I'm getting really, really way off the top here. You definitely see that autism coming out. So probably that's probably what I would say. Wes says, thoughts on DC not holding any mints for drops, whereas Veve steals 90 mints. Okay, they don't steal it. They are choosing to give us a certain amount of mints out of something that they create. They are holding back some of their creations in conjunction, in perpetuity with the licensor. They're not stealing anything from anyone. They're not selling it to us and then stealing it back. They are holding back some that are never put into circulation. So DC not holding any mints is cool. Then you could actually have number one. Pretty dope. Empty Hero says, do you think they're waiting to after OUP to start listing on some smaller exchanges? Yes. I think they're going to actually wait until after that, like until after we've for sure bottomed out, and there's a lot more liquidity in the market. Empty Hero says, I understand not listing on big exchanges, but they need to start listing on smaller ones soon. No, they don't. I that doesn't do anything. That gets a little bit of a pump, then it goes right back down. It has the opposite effect of what you want. They can, and again, they just had BitCove. They've had several that have Renegade listed. Veve doesn't need to list anywhere. Once a quarter, you'll have somebody, oh, yep, we're listing now. We're listing the OMI token, because they do. Narane says, Elon couldn't care about feeding the hungry. Yes, he could. Yeah, like, Elon is probably doing more for humanity than any other person or even nation. Pablo says, this is why we love you around Chavez for life. Let's go. This is great. Thank you so much. Narane says, he does nothing to benefit anyone in need. You are that. Am I Luke Skywalker? Because congratulations, everything you just said was wrong. Pablo says, answer and best to help humanity and advance. Yes. Anti-Hero says, at our nation's responsibility. I mean, it kind of is. If you have the ability to help in a situation, it kind of is responsibility to do so. Okay, Darren, you can't come in here spouting lies. Legacy Bermuda says, where to check the mint number on the DC NFTs? I can't find it. I don't think it is. I think the number is just like a serial number, but it's like 14 or like 27 digits long. It's super, like, I don't think it really counts as a number. Okay, we are gonna go and put that user in timeout because you cannot come on here and spread lies. You can ask as many questions as you want. By all means, you can make fun of me. You'd be all like, Randy, you look homeless. You like whatever, cool. I like jokes. I like humor. But when you go on and just spout untruths, not cool. Anyway, that does seem to be it for no, Brian Wall says, would you rather have a million OMI or a Todd? Probably a million OMI. Yeah. I mean, Todds are great. Todds are very undervalued. Todds will 10x. Todds will probably 20x. Maybe even 30x next bull market. OMI will 200x next bull market. Probably a lot more than that. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for the super chats. Also, Todd or Vader, ultra rare. Probably Vader, ultra rare. Vader, ultra rare, yeah. Just because there's a bit less of them. Granted, there is more Vader overall. You do have that, the common and then the rare, but that ultra rare, that animated one, that's dope. That's dope. Brian Walsh, thank you. Cheers, mate. Pavle says OMI will be amazing. Agreed, 100,000%. I can't wait. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you all. Class dismissed. I thought it was meow, 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 meow. Bye. Meow, meow. Red Jim.